Since the releasing of these Epstein files, the internet has been going crazy. Everybody's been talking about it. There's a lot of celebrities running and hiding. You even have the president trying to cover his tracks, right? The whole thing is just a mess and a cesspool, right? So you had 50 Cent clowning Jay-Z and Pusha T because 50 Cent, Jay-Z and Pusha T name came up in the files, right? And everybody's talking about it. Beyonce, a lot of Beyonce fans is questioning Beyonce, why you still with Jay-Z? But Nicki Minaj, who's been in an ongoing battle with Roc Nation for a while, man, she couldn't wait to pile on. You know, she's going straight for the jugular vein. She's coming directly at Jay-Z. But a lot of people say that these claims are unsubstantiated, right? This one woman, Brown Girl Grinding, said, here's what's most important to note about the Jay-Z Pusha T Epstein reporting. They are buried in most coverage, but should be headlines. The mention of Jay-Z and Pusha T did not come from Epstein's personal records at all. Didn't even come from anything that was corroborated or verified by law enforcement. Jay-Z and Pusha T were named in a tip via hotline to the FBI. This uncorroborated claim could come from anyone at any time via this hotline. These claims were never investigated by authorities, right? So, you know how the internet could be. A lot of things, a lot of people jump to conclusions on certain things. But let's look at what people are saying online.
I'm not gonna lie, after we found out why Beyonce made a lot of the songs that she did and for what reasons, I'm not shocked one bit to find out that Jay-Z is allegedly listed in the Epstein files. I'ma just say Ep files. Yeah, they got me scared. Out of a long list of celebrities, I would bet every dollar that Jay-Z is definitely one of the people that is listed in one of these things, allegedly. I'm not sure if they have officially confirmed this or if they have released exactly what he was mentioned doing in these files, but all I know is that it's alleged that him and Pusha T was connected in some way when it comes to this. And after watching the Diddy documentary, nothing shocks me in Hollywood no more, especially not in their realm of people. Like, at this point, I think that this is obviously, we all know, way bigger than what we think. And it really makes you wonder how much Beyonce knows. A lot of y'all gonna hate to hear me say this, but the same way Nicki Minaj switched up, I'm just waiting for the day. Unfortunately, I am waiting for the day. I know it's coming. I think she's not gonna stand beside her man. He's already deep in. I'm sure Beyonce has some connections, allegedly, to this. I'm telling you, it really makes you wonder what really goes on behind closed doors. We all know there's been speculations with many things involving these two. Now that it's been allegedly, I gotta keep saying that, confirmed that his name was brought up, I'm telling y'all it's only a matter of time. Because if y'all really go down the rabbit hole and do y'all research on the meaning behind a lot of Beyonce songs that y'all gonna find, trust me, it's gonna blow y'all mind. I didn't believe in myself until I really, again, went down the rabbit hole, and baby, he is no good. He ain't no better than Diddy, really. Let's do a better job at hiding it. Y'all remember what Rihanna said? If she ain't signed no contract, allegedly she was gonna be getting thrown out of the 21st window in the building. Yes, you heard what I said, but hey, this is all allegedly. I'm just not surprised.
So y'all remember yesterday when we covered this, where this woman, this anonymous woman, made a phone call, and she called the FBI. She called the FBI to report some things that was happening to her. And, she was a Jane Doe. They didn't put her name in, but she was saying that in approximately 1996, blank resided with blank and blank. An unknown man abducted blank from her house, when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Shore Carter Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into her blank and blank. Believe she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida, right? So she start naming Jay-Z. Blank estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awakening each time in an opulent indoor setting. Blank suffered from ex-abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein's participated in, right? So she was really going in and, calling this stuff out. Now, Jay-Z was implicated back in 2006. Then she went on to say, each occasion, blank believed she was drugged, clouding her memory, attributed to the drug, and frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, right? Then it goes down in approximately 2007, blank attended a party blank following invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in actual abuse. right? So they wasn't named in the Epstein files itself, but the FBI after August 10th, 2019, when Epstein was unalive or found unresponsive and was unalive, they put out this call where you can call in to put in your abuse. So these people start calling in. But Nicki Minaj, man, Nicki Minaj, she's been going in relentlessly on Jay-Z and Jay-Z and them, and she's been bringing the smoke to whoever wants it, right? Y'all don't believe me? Check this out. Now, Nicki Minaj wasn't playing. She's going for the jugular on this stuff, man, right? It come out, Nicki Minaj start going after Jay-Z and everybody else, right? She start calling out the industry. She calling out everybody. Now, mind you, she's not in favor of a lot of Black Americans because of her stance with Trump, right? A lot of people, you know me, I don't care. I don't care for neither party. But a lot of people are very upset with her, right? So she came out, she said, as they do their rituals tonight, God Almighty will reveal himself to them. The ritual will backfire on them. God will not be mocked. Blessed is the almighty name and Jesus Christ. Every tongue that raised up against me in judgment shall be condemned and put to shame. Watch, right? So she wasn't playing, so she had the Chucky down. She had the Chucky down laying on the ground, right? Then she said, wait a minute. I mean, porta potty, whatever. Because she was arguing with different people back and forth, right? So then she came down to Lizzo, because remember Lizzo made some comments, right? And Nicki Minaj said fat Lizzo lost 300 pounds just to sell 300 albums. So now she has to lose skin and a flop album and wear charge sheesh. And she's getting back at Lizzo because some of the things that Lizzo said about her position with Trump and basically people that's riding with Trump. What sensible, forward-thinking, cutting-edge, leading nation is having a debate on whether or not they should be voter ID? Like they're actually fighting not to have people present ID while voting for your leaders. Do you get it? Do you get it now? Right? Then she said everybody knows Chrissy Teigen has a DIC, allegedly. And we know why she's saying that. She's saying because those people are running the industry now. They want to take over and everything. And basically Trump and them is supposed to stop them from taking over, right? So these are all things that we was bringing up 6-7 years ago, especially for a lot of you new people that's coming over to my channel, on my George Making 1, George Making 2 channel. I was uncovering this when nobody would listen, right? Back then when it was unpopular, right? Then she said, Nicki Minaj, check out this racism, right? And he dressed in black. So she calling all this stuff out. The LGBT has also started seeing through the veil, and it has them pissed off. Why are they getting the gay vote by default? They move on from the gay vote by flying in people to vote for them. No loyalty to anyone. The gay community should be able to choose every 4 years, just like every 4 years, just like everyone else. After the Democrats campaign to win your vote, they should not just get your vote. Wake up. So she basically just saying that, they're listen. She calling out stuff and she's using FBA talking points. All the talking points that we used to talk about, she's using these talking points now because she's in trouble for supporting Trump, and she's not going to drop no album right now. Like, listen, I prove it. I'll show you. She went on to say, any Christian who votes Democrat again is a fool. They're showing people that it's okay to disrupt a church during worship. This is how they truly feel about you. Their vow, the vow is lifted. No morals, no integrity. It's not even enough for them to have an opinion. They've escalated it to physical worship. The demons inside them are so bothered all the time. Now, this is when she started getting to talking about African Americans, right before she gets to the Jay-Z part. Now, she's saying the demons in them, but she's speaking as if it's not the same thing on the radical right. They're just as bad, but she's using them because she needs protection from them. And what I showed you guys the other day on what these people was coming after Nicki, right? When she was getting arrested in London, she was going through her things in Paris. She was saying Rock Nation was trying to sabotage her, her tour. It was alleged that one of her dressing rooms was piled up. So behind the scenes, there's been a lot of things going on, right? Listen to this. This way it gets interesting. They're flying in immigrants to vote because they reneged on all the promises they made to African Americans and can no longer get the African American vote by default. Come on, Nicki. Come on, Nicki. You ain't fooling us. I'm gonna say that again. They're flying the immigrant flags. They're flying in immigrants, to vote because they reneged on all the promises they made to African Americans and can no longer get the African American vote by default. They're causing distractions in the streets to distract from billions they stole from taxpayers. This is all stuff we've been saying. So now she going after Jay-Z. So then she put this post up of Jay-Z and his son. Isn't it obvious? Right? So she got the Wendy Williams doing, right? Then we go down here, right? This one it gets crazy. Yeah, I've been told, y'all, she don't need to release a blank until Billboard, iTunes, Spotify, Apples are all investigated, right? And this is stuff that Nicki was going through. So she said, what in the F, child predator, right? And this is Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was a minor, right? So now she's coming directly for Jay-Z neck. Maybe I should discuss the brainwashing techniques they use. Oh my God, look at her at the microphone, man. And she's doing this because they was coming after her. Imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age, and how y'all would have his head on the platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of the Shade Room and more. They sabotaged my documentary because I spoke out about the abuse that I suffered. They've been trying to stall all my projects in hopes I lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. Their leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction is that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told them to leave me alone. Now you understand why you shouldn't just sat there and taking your meds. Why you should have just sat there and taken your meds. Trevor refuses to come out of the closet when everybody in the industry knows his boyfriend. So then she got this image of Aaliyah and Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z and Beyonce. Oh my God, this is crazy. She is not playing, man. She ain't playing. Then she said, should I do a daily story time about who's doing what? And then they got the yes, and then of course, then she said, your favorite artist has been participating in rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and unalive them as a form of blood sacrifice to their gods. You see, when your master is Satan, you constantly shed blood. However, so now she's blowing the whistle. Are y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? Even if you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story time, since I was trying not to say what I know, yet they continue to attempt at bullying. Also, I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated and until I tell you about all the sabotage this Rico is finding out about Billboard. Man, listen, first of all, she's not coming out with no album because she know that her going over there on that side, she's alienated and ruining a lot of her fan base. They not rocking with her. Now, a lot of the talking points that she used, those of us that's in the know, we already know. We was teaching this stuff. We've been talking about the rituals and stuff that they do. She's an insider, though. Now, her uncovering this, I wouldn't be surprised if she has some tragedies going on, coming in the future. I'm not wanting this on nobody, but we saw this play out already. We saw this playbook. When you sign that contract and you make that sacrifice and you come out here and produce the music that you produce to young black girls all over America and all throughout the Caribbean and Africa, you got to pay a price for that. Because you made millions with those people producing stuff that wasn't godly, that was very ungodly. That was your choice, Nicki. You chose to do that. Now when they're not doing things favorable to you, you want to blow the whistle all of a sudden? I ain't buying it. Nope. No, Nicki, sorry. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But she's threatening to uncover everything, come at everybody's neck. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. What's your opinion on this Nicki Minaj situation? Is she right or is she wrong? Right? She's using FBA talking points and all the things that we taught for years. But she was an insider. She would know better than us because she was in there with her. So if y'all made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.